Good morning, students. Today we will see about the lesson number 1, that is about constitution of civics. So first of all, we will start with the meaning of constitution. Like, what is constitution? Constitution is a set of rules by which government rules our country. Means some rules are framed which are equally applicable for the citizen of the country and for the government also. Okay, and these rules makes the functioning of the government easier. Next, Constitution of India is the longest constitution in the world. It is longest and written constitution in the world. Next is, it came into effect, listen carefully, it came into effect on 26 जनवरी 1950। 26 जनवरी 1950 को हमने कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को लागू किया था एंड इट वॉज अडॉप्टेड, यानी इसको स्वीकार कर लिया गया था 26 नवंबर 1949। डोंट कंफ्यूज अबाउट द टू डेट्स। नेक्स्ट थिंग इज दैट डॉक्टर भीमराव अंबेडकर is considered as the father of Indian Constitution, as he played a big role in framing the Constitution, and he was also the chairman of drafting committee of Constitution. And three main features or principles on which the Constitution is based are democracy, socialism, and secularism. Now about democracy, you all know the government is framed by the people of the country, or rulers are decided by the people of the country by the means of suffrage or universal adult franchise, that we can also say voting rights. Next is socialism, means the wealth of the country should be equally controlled by the community. Okay, and next one is secularism. Secularism is the constitution does not state that any particular religion as official religion. All the religions are given equal importance. Now we will talk about the need of this constitution, or we can say importance of constitution, or we can say what is the requirement of this constitution. Firstly, the constitution lays down equal certain ideals for people of the country. कुछ ideals, कुछ आदर्श लिख कर देता है that the people have to follow. Next is, Constitution lays down the rules that guard against the misuse of authority by our political leaders. हमें कुछ guidelines provided होती हैं जिससे कि कोई भी misuse नहीं कर सकता है, as we are given rights. Okay, we are given rights so that the political leader cannot make misuse of his authority or cannot dominate on us. Next is, these kind of guidelines are also helpful in making the decision making process easier. Next, constitution also prevents the domination by majority group on minority group. Now first of all, you have to understand what is majority group and what is minority group. In any part or in any place, or if we talk about state or country, at any place, the larger number या फिर जिन लोगों की ज़्यादा संख्या होती है, like Hindu in our country, if we talk about Hindu people are in majority because more number of Hindu people are present in terms of religion if we talk about the all other different religions. And minority groups वो होते हैं जिनकी संख्या उस जगह पर कम होती है, जैसे कि मुस्लिम्स हो गए, कंपेरेटिव टू हिंदूज दीज पीपल आर लेस. सिख हो गए या फिर जैन हो गए, और वी कैन से क्रिश्चियंस, द नंबर ऑफ दीज पीपल आर लेस. सो डोमिनेशन मतलब होता है सप्रेस कर देना, और सप्रेस कौन करेगा? लार्जर ग्रुप टू द स्मॉलर ग्रुप. नेक्स्ट इज, these are also constitution is also important as provides rights which are right to of equality to all the citizens. ठीक है, इक्वलिटी प्रोवाइड करता है, और भी चीज़ें हम देखेंगे इन द नेक्स्ट सब टॉपिक्स ऑफ द लेसन. सो दीज आर द 4 बेसिक थिंग्स because of which the constitution is important to us. Now we will talk about the next topic, that is Key features of Indian Constitution, we can say main features of Indian Constitution. So the first one is federalism. You have to understand that federalism refers to the existence of more than one level of government in the country. For example, in our country, there are three levels of government. First one is central government, which works at the central level. Then state government means every state is having their government, like Rajasthan government, okay, Haryana government, Uttar Pradesh government. And third one is local self government, or we can say Panchayati Raj, that works at the local level at urban and rural areas. Okay. Next is parliamentary form of government. Now, as we all know, in parliament, in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, whoever is sitting, that person is chosen by us as per the different constituencies. Like, for example, MLAs are sitting, MPs are sitting. Okay, you can more see this in the channels or videos of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, and you can see that what kind of working is going on there. Various debates used to take place. Okay, different things are discussed over there, and the main function takes place there is regarding the forming of rules and regulation, or regarding the forming of laws. Okay, so the first function is sorry in the we are talking about the parliamentary form of government. So one thing is clear, that whoever is sitting in Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, the person is chosen by the people of the country, and our constitution has provided voting rights, or we can say universal adult franchise, that after attaining certain years of age, that is 18 at present, we can give vote, and there is no discrimination in this on the basis of caste, religion, race, gender, etc. Okay, so whoever person we have chosen will be responsible for the people. Okay. Next thing is separation of powers. In our country, the powers are separated in main three organs. These are also known as organs of democracy. Like first one is legislature, then executive, and then judiciary. So first one, legislature means elected representatives who make laws. Means whatever you see in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha can be said as the part of this. Next one is executives. Executives are the group of people who are responsible for implementing laws which legislature has passed. Means whatever laws are passed by legislature, that are made into action, or implementation of those laws will takes place in executive in order to run the government. Like various ministers are there. Okay, health minister is there, and other departments are also there. IT ministers are made, and these are the people who will make the rules which are decided, or which are framed in legislature. Here the actual action or framing of those laws takes place. Next one is judiciary. Judiciary is, all we know, system of courts in the country which settles disputes and makes sure that laws are obeyed. These are the three organs of democracy, and we know our country is a democratic country. Then next feature is fundamental rights. Fundamental rights are also said as conscience of the constitution. Now you should be clear with the meaning of conscience. Conscience means the ethic, or we can say our moral thinking, by which we consider that particular thing is right or wrong. For example, suppose during the exams you think about cheating, but on the same at the same time your mind says that this is a wrong thing, you should not do. So like this way, fundamental rights are also some rights, some things which prevent you for doing anything wrong. Okay, so again, fundamental rights provides citizens against arbitrary and absolute exercise of powers by the state. Now here the meaning of state is about the particular country. ठीक है, तो इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि फंडामेंटल राइट्स हमें हमारे सिटीजन्स को प्रोटेक्ट करते हैं कि वो अब कि जो रूलर्स वगैरह की मनमानी है उससे बच सके, क्योंकि देखो बहुत सारे मोनार्किकल फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट में, डिक्टेटर फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट में क्या होता है, रूलर डू व्हाट ही वांट्स, जो चाहता है, जो मनमर्जी चाहता है रूलर वैसा ही वो करता है, चाहे लोगों को उससे कितनी भी परेशानी हो, नुकसान हो। ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है, फंडामेंटल राइट्स हमें प्रोटेक्ट करते हैं विद द आर्बिट्रेरी, मतलब कोई भी डिसीजन दे दिया बिना किसी बेस के, किसी आधार के कोई भी डिसीजन दे दिया, उसको बोलते हैं आर्बिट्रेरी एंड एब्सोल्यूट एक्सरसाइज, मनमर्जी करना एक तरह से। तो इससे बचाते हैं फंडामेंटल राइट्स। बेसिकली देर आर 6 फंडामेंटल राइट्स: राइट टू इक्वलिटी, राइट टू फ्रीडम, राइट अगेंस्ट एक्सप्लॉयटेशन, राइट टू फ्रीडम ऑफ रिलीजन, cultural and educational rights, and right to constitutional remedies. These all 6 rights, there is a separate topic in this chapter only, so we'll read afterwards in detail. Now you learn only names of these. And next one is secularism. This is the 5th feature of Indian Constitution. Secularism, you should understand here the meaning of state is with the nation. We are not talking about particular state like Haryana, Rajasthan. We are talking about the nation. So it is written, a secular state is one in which the state does not officially promote any one religion as the state religion. इसको समझो, जैसे हमारे कंट्री में क्या है कि हम क्या करते हैं, हम ये नहीं बोलते कि हमारा देश एक हिंदू देश है, कहीं भी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में ये लिखा नहीं है। ठीक है, हम क्या यूज़ कर रहे हैं, सेक्युलरिज्म, कि इंडिया इज़ अ सेक्युलर कंट्री, जिसका मतलब है कि कंट्री किसी एक पर्टिकुलर स्टेट को एक पर्टिकुलर रिलीजन को यहाँ पर इम्पोर्टेंस नहीं देता। क्योंकि अगर आप पाकिस्तान की बात करोगे तो वो साफ साफ अपने कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में लिखते हैं कि हमारा मुल्क एक इस्लाम मुल्क है। दे आर क्लियरली मेंशनिंग दिस थिंग, बट इन आर इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन वी आर नॉट राइटिंग सच काइंड ऑफ थिंग। ओके, सो ऑफिशियली वी आर नॉट प्रोमोटिंग एनी पर्टिकुलर रिलीजन एज द स्टेट रिलीजन। हम नहीं बोलते, हम नहीं लिखते हैं कि हमारा एक हिंदू देश है। ठीक है, सच काइंड ऑफ थिंग इज देयर। One thing also regarding this constitution topic is important is Constituent Assembly. Now what is Constituent Assembly? Many people were there who framed, or we can say who took part in framing of our constitution. The group or the body of these people is known as Constituent Assembly. These were the group of people who were elected by our country people only, and they made a big role. They participated in the framing of or drafting of our constitution. These people, or the collectively, this body is known as Constituent Assembly. Many more things are remaining in this topic. We will see in the next class. Thank you.